Alright, before we get one of our praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakadash.
the ones to the elders and apostles, the great millstones as well. As like to the true believers out there, and the elect out there that's doing that with truth. Alright, may blessing be upon your house. Alright, this lesson, impromptu, after camp, post-camp lesson we're making, going into the judgment of the wicked E, man, judgment of Edom, man. Alright, which is the so-called white nation, man. Alright, and they're known in the Bible as the nation of Edom. Alright, so we're just going to get into the judgment of them, man. Because that nation has done nothing but wickedness on the planet Earth, man. Nothing but atrocities and bloodshed and destruction comes from that nation, man. That's all they do, man. Especially to the nation of Israel, man. Alright, so we can get straight into it.
This is Psalms chapter 137. And I'll start from the top. I'll read it quick. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hang our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they carried us away captive, required of us a song. And they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. Right, so even in our captivity, in our Babylonian captivity, it's the same as our captivity now. Our captors and our oppressors, they require us to be immersed, they require us to entertain them, right? So sing us one of those songs of Zion. Sing us one of those rap songs. Same thing, man.
Negro
Negro spiritual.
You see that, man. You see that with these devils, man. Even if you watch, timepieces where it goes into slavery and all that, man. You see how they got Jacob being like a jester, man. They got Jacob performing, right? Man, that just goes to show you the best, man. The soul of the earth. Because even in our captivity, we were still quote unquote great to an extent, man. Because we were the best musicians, right? The best of everything, even in captivity, man.
You put us at the bottom, that you come to us for everything you need, whether it be service, entertainment, to learn things, Who taught Esau how to clean himself? It was Jake, man.
Well, the scripture says, sing us one of those songs. When you go into statistics, Esau is the highest consumer of rap music. That's true. Yeah. When you go, when you go to those big ass Gucci Man concerts, them big rap concerts. Who was the people that's in the crowd, man? He be filling that crowd up, right? Boy, what the NWO, man, you went to the crowd, man, straight Edomites in the crowd, man. You're not gonna see Jake in there like that. You might see a couple Jakes, but it's full of Eagles. They love that shit, man. They love that gangster mentality, man. That thug life, man.
Every concert you see, if the camera pans around to the first 20, 30 rows, it's gonna be all E, man. Not only because they have the resources to pay for the front row seats, but they are the biggest fans of our music. We are the salt of the earth, man.
Shit, just like when we was in hardcore bondage in Babylon, man. Right? They love that shit. They still love it to this day.
Right? All right, continuing on Psalms 137 and verse 4. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. And that's the thing. In this captivity, we forgot our heritage, but we're remembering it again. But King David saying, if I forget Jerusalem, if I forget who I am, let my right hand lose all its power. Let my right hand lose its cunning, man. And if you're a man of war, your right hand is your dominant hand. You need that hand to be successful in war, man. All right, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, you ought to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. All right, and it says the daughter of Babylon, man, because Esau, Edom, all right, it's a people for a place as well too. So when it says destroy the when it says remember the children of Edom, remember those Edomites, man. They said destroy the temple. Remember what they did to the holy people, man. Remember what they did to the chosen people. And happy he's going to be that rewards them as thou hast served us. Happy he's going to be that takes the little one and dashes him against the stone, man. Imagine taking a little 6-month-old Edomite baby and dashing his head against the stones, man. He's going to be happy.
This right there, man. The younger they are, man, the more fragile, more spot in there. That's just going to free them. gladiators, man. We're going to be doing the same thing to these devils and bitch. This is Amos, the first chapter, so on that verse 11 it reads, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and they cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Bosra, man. And that's these devils, man. He didn't show no type of pity during our captivity, man. They cranked up to the max, man. They OD'd, man. They overdid it, man. Right? And for all that wickedness, man, the Lord's gonna put, they're gonna get double portion of all the wickedness they've done unto us, man. Come on, right? Because they you got someone in captivity, man, right? There's limits, man. He ain't had no limits, man. No limits, man. Right? So what's that saying? They got this saying, no chill. No chill at all, man. Doing sodomite action to the man. Having Jake popping his mom, right? Putting a bag over your head, popping your mom, your sister and shit, doing incense. Like, that shit's cool.
And that's why there's a lot of sodomites today, man, because what they did is the trans-Atlantic slave trade. The things they did to Jake, not only physically, but mentally and spiritually as well. But for Jake men, when they were like 2-3 years old, they would put dresses on them. That's why you got a lot of cross-dressing men now. So you got a lot of men, women wearing the opposite clothing now, man. But yeah, that's what they did, man. And through that, it impacted the generation, right? So now you see your father getting rotted up the butt, like this, you see your father doing those dresses. And now you grow up thinking everything is normal, thinking that shit is normal, man. But it's not, it's wicked, man.
As far as Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 1, and it reads, the vision of Obadiah that saith the Lord, concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among you. Arise ye, let us rise up against her in a battle. Behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
And that's the truth, man. If you ask anybody that travels a lot or has been around other nations of people, Esau Edom is despised, man. I went to a soccer game once. It was Brazil versus Colombia, right here in Fort Lauderdale. And I had a Brazilian jersey on, and I was talking to Brazilians. And they were pointing out white people saying, boo, like, oh, Americans, boo. I was like, but they're hated. Esau Edom is hated among all the nations, man.
Man, what? Man, Babylon is one of the most hated, not one of the, Babylon is the most hated country on the planet Earth, man. That's why all these other nations is going to take on together and destroy this place by thermonuclear ICBM missiles, man. And this people, these Babylonians, so drunk off this Babylonian wine and so full of the pride of this, man, and they can't even see that, man. Right? They think this place is untouchable, man. They think that all these other nations love them, right? But when Babylon, all they do, they go into other nations, tell them, no, this is what you're going to do. You got to follow after our cousin. You got to drink from our Babylonian wine. And they think these other nations don't like that shit. If they don't like, it's like one big bully coming to your house telling you this is what you're going to do in your house. That's Babylon, man. That's why all these nations going to destroy this place, man.
Babylon or America will go to another nation and say, we don't like the way you conduct your laws here. So you're going to have to take on a democratic democratic system.
Yep.
All right. So now because you have that, you got to put a military base, one of our military bases in your land. So now we can watch you 24/7.
And that's crazy, because if you go to a lot of these major countries, they have U.S. embassies in damn near all these countries, man. In a lot of these major countries, man. And it could be like a spot of land. Once you step on there, laws is different. Right? Once you pass that little line, and that shit is cool, man. They come to your house and say, we own this part right here.
And you know what's crazy? It's about the U.S. embassies in other nations. Biden passed a law where the rainbow flag has to be flew in every U.S. embassy across the world, man. So now if you don't get down with sodomy in your country, the U.S. embassy has a flag raised up, man. And that's why so-called Jamaicans, all right, Benjamites, they all protested in Jamaica because the U.S. embassy has a rainbow flag up there. And you know Benjamin don't play that fucking Baltimore shit, man.
Man, that's the wicked of Edom, man. This is this devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And shit like that shows you why these devils must be destroyed, man. They just pushing out nothing but nonsense, nothing but wickedness, man. Right? Like Scripture tells us, when the wicked are in authority, people mourn. Right? We are in mourning. The earth is in mourning. The animals is in mourning. The trees is in mourning, man. Right? You got a fucking tree wrapped up in fucking lights and shit. Cause it can't even be a tree. A tree can't even be a tree. This shit is out of order, man.
About Obadiah, first chapter, verse 3, and it reads, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, though that dwellest lives on the rock, whose habitation is high, that set in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Nah, man, that's these devils, man. It's so prideful. They like to be in their high rises. They think they untouchable, man. Right? They at the top of the top, man. Right? Niggas is through. Of course, I pray.
Verse 4, those that exalt thyself as the eagle, and those that set thy nest amongst the stars, then will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
So you got that Space Force program. You got the most powerful military in the world. They got access to nuclear weapons,
Resources, money, funds.
That pride has deceived us, thinking that they're untouchable, man.
Soldiers. Right? At any moment, these niggas gonna do a drive. Right? Right now, right? They have the amount of people that's voluntarily born into the armed forces is wild, man. Just to get a Camaro, right? Now imagine when they just say, fuck, we doing the traffic. We don't even fuck we need y'all. It's gonna get to that point, man. Why do you think they still have you when you turn 18, when you register in the vote, you still have to sign up for selective service, man? You still have to do that shit, right? It just lets you know, man.
Verse 5, we read, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave? Would they not slaughter? Would they not leave some grapes? How are these things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
They're not going to be hidden from the Most High. Everything that Esau Edom has done in secret is going to be brought to light, and they're going to be judged for it, man. That's what the Bible talks about, man. The judgment of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and all the other heathen nations that put us under subjection, man. And 2/3 of our own people are going to get judged too. But we're talking about Esau Edom today, man.
And everything that they have, as brother said, is going to be taken away like a scalp.
Yep. Same way they was losing all our shit. We taking, man, all that shit is already ours, to be honest, man. We just taking our shit back.
Taking it back.
That's really all it is, man. It was never there before. Come on, man, this shit. Listen, we said the earth was created for Jake's sake, man. That wasn't made for you devils, man. That shit is ours, man.
Going down to verse 6, and it reads, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of the Confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee, that they that eat the bread have laid a wound under thee. There is understanding in him. Verse 8, shall I not in the day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? The mighty men, O Teman, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob shall shame cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Come on, man. It said every one of you fucking Edomites shall be cut off by slaughter, man. Slaughter, that's murder, man. I'm gonna get put to death, man. I'm gonna get put to death, man. And it's gonna be in righteousness, man. Because all of the wickedness that you have done to the people on the tribe, that's just right, man. All right.
And it's prideful to think that you could do all that wickedness, all those abominations and atrocities and get away with it, man. That's a prideful way of thinking. This is Ezekiel Chapter 25, I'm sorry, verse 12. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them, thus saith the Lord Slack. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will stretch out my hand upon Edom. I will cut off from man and beast from it. And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dam shall fall by the sword. What Obadiah said. Obadiah said every one of the Edomites is going to be destroyed, man. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do it Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, said the Lord Yahweh. Right? So the Lord's going to use the Israelites for his vengeance, man. Alright, starting with Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai is an Israelite too, right? From the tribe of Judah, but he's going to use his people to get vengeance upon the nations known as the so-called white man. Alright? For the things they have done, man.
That's right.
One of the things they have done was the transatlantic slave trade, which affected all 12 tribes, man. All 12 tribes were scattered throughout the 12 transatlantic slave trade.
Going to the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 16, and it reads, And he that hath stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
That's right, man. And we were all stolen throughout the transatlantic slave trade. We're all scattered across the full corner of the earth. When the Yahweh Shai returns, he's going to catch the thief in the act, man. He's going to see the stolen people in the land, man. When Yahweh Shai sees us in his land, automatically that's a death sentence. Because what does the scripture say? Read that again, Robert.
16, and it reads, And he that hath stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
The men of Israel are going to be found in the hand of Esau, Edom, man, and they're going to be put to death for that, man.
And that just goes to show you that we are the people of the book, man. Right? That just goes to show you that who we truly are, man, and who these devils are, man. Right? You get the numbers. This is Numbers, the 24th chapter, verse 17, and it reads, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab and destroy all the children of Shet. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly.
So that scepter coming out of Judah, that star coming out of Jacob is Yahweh Shai. And then what he sees, Salaki, we got 18 one more time. Oh, and Esau's going to be a possession, man. Esau Edom is going to be a possession. Esau, the white man is going into slavery, man. That's what this is talking about, man.
No, verse 18, Edom shall be a possession, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Nah, man. You devils are going into captivity, man. Whether you like it or not, whether you scoff, whether you don't believe it, it's still going to happen, man. All right, it's still going to happen, man. And what the scripture says. I'm going to pull it out, matter of fact. 1 second. You got it?
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. Therefore all they that devoured thee shall be devoured. All thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. Esau Edom is going to be a possession. When you possess something, you own it, man. All right? And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. And all that they prey upon thee will I give thee for a prey. All right?
This is scripture I have right here. Even though we can take this to the side. And this scripture I have right here for these devils that, even though when we tell them they going to captivity, they like to laugh. Like earlier today, the Ammonite, when he said he going to captivity, he was happy, laughing, right? You know, they may not believe it, right? Even if he was laughing in a scornful manner, whatever, man. That's still going to happen. This is 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 3. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right? So even if y'all niggas don't believe, y'all heathens 2/3 don't believe, it's still going to happen, man. You still going to go into your captivity. You still going to get judged. Babylon is still going to be destroyed by thermonuclear ICBM missiles. Y'all going into captivity, both of y'all.
Right.
Just like that. Yeah, all right.
That's right, brother.
And hey, prime example, man. These devils are in their heaven, man. They loving this place, man. Right? Right? This is their heaven, man. They are not in trouble like other men.
And going back to Numbers 24, verse 18, I got the Strong's definition for the word valiant. I'll reread the precept. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall be valiant. And valiantly to go into the Strong, it reads strength, might, efficiency, wealth, ability. But we're going to be back in our natural state, like the Lord created us to be.
Yup, that is our natural state. Our natural state is to be valiant, man. Or we were created to be valiant. We weren't created to be slaves. We weren't created to be fearful. We weren't created to be wicked, man. We were created to be righteous and valiant.
We don't bring out Deuteronomy 14:2 back up to what he said. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all nations that are upon the earth, and were peculiar and set apart to the holy like the Most High.
This is to back up book, brother. Ecclesiastes chapter verse 7, it reads, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon a earth. Man, we're supposed to be great, man. You got Jake. You know, that you're looking at a king, a priest, a prince, man. You seen him in a terrible state in this place, man. Jake is fucked up in this place, man. And we're not supposed to be on that level, man. Right? We're not supposed to be in that level. That's why you see Jake already be liking the finer thing. Jake gets some money. You see Jake, like, they naturally going back to how they know they're supposed to be on a different vibration, different level, right? They know they're supposed to be on some king-like status, man. You see when Jake get money, they get the nice cars, the finest clothes, the best jewelry, nice crib, because they know in their spirit, that's where they're supposed to be at, man. But right now, in this captivity, that's not where we at right now, man. This place is not our rest, man. All right?
That jewelry goes back to royalty, man. Kings wear crowns. Kings wear jewels, and the princesses will wear jewels around them, man.
Khan, that's right, man. You look at Edom, man. Edom get some money. Edom ain't gonna be decked out in jewelry. Ain't gonna have chains around their neck. Ain't gonna be doing all that extra stuff, man. Not even extra stuff, that kingly status stuff, man. You don't do that. That's Jake, man. That's Jake. When you go to these jewelry stores, when you look at all these jewelers, right? Who is their main target to buy the jewelry? Jake. You go to the jewelry store, it's filled with Jake. Like, yeah, let me get that chain. Let me get that bust-down watch. Yeah, let me get those rings. I like that. You don't see E in there like, let me get this big Cuban right here. Let me get this bust-down. Nah, Jake is doing that, man.
And when Jake go back and return it and sell it, they tell him he can't even get half of his things. So that goes to show you all of the facts of this world, everything that we invest in this world, definitely worth possibly.
And the crazy thing is, man, the jury on this side is low level compared to what's about to be in the kingdom, man. What's about to be, man, you might have a chain so heavy, if you was to put it on a car, on this side, it'll crush the car flat, like a boulder coming down and hitting it.
That's why on this side, like silver and gold, like silver is called, the pure silver on this side is like 0.999. It can't never be 100%. There's always imperfections and impurities inside of it, man.
Kingdom's gonna be that pure 100%. Not no 0.999, nah, 100% pure.
Undefiled. There's gonna be nothing defiled in the kingdom, man. There's gonna be no mixing of metals and none of that, man.
And that just goes to show you again why these devils must be destroyed and taken out of rulership. Because look, you can't even get pure silver, nothing pure, nothing. Everything is tainted. Everything is tainted, man.
Revelation 13, verse 9, it reads, if any man have to hear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience of the saints. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
The patience and faith of the saints, man. This is what we're patiently waiting for, man. To put everybody that had us into captivity, man. And every nation had a part in our captivity, man. Actually, we get there.
It's Isaiah, the verse, it's Isaiah, the 60th chapter. It's on that verse 11, and it reads, verse 11, it reads, therefore thy gates shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that man may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. Verse 12, for the nation, the kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish, yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee. Read 12 again. Verse 12, for the nation, the kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish, yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Every nation that doesn't serve the nation of Israel in the kingdom is going to be put to death, man. It's going to perish, man. But every nation is going to want to serve the nation of Israel because there's going to be peace on earth, man. Everything's going to be set in its correct order, man.
These other nations are not going gonna have no other choice but to serve. It's either gonna get right or lay down. You gonna pick sides. You gonna stay alive as our captives, as our slaves, or you gonna just get put to death. Plain and simple. Ain't no room for compromise. Ain't no gray area. It's either you serving or you dead.
And that's why the gates are continually open. Because they're always going to continually bring in tribute.
Well, that gate, and two, brothers going into earlier cat, man, we're not gonna be having to worry about these other nations trying to have uprisings and trying to break in. I wish one of them leaders would charge me the kid like, oh man. Shit.
And every gate of the kingdom is an angel. So they can never they will never have it, their spirit will never let them try that double shit.
Even if that thought was to come across their mind, who would know? Who would know? That thought came across their mind, just death instantly, man. Shit.
And when the righteous are in authority, Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
That's right, man. We got the wicked in authority right now, man. That's why, like I was saying, man, the planet is in mourning. The people are in mourning. The animals are in mourning, man. We're not even breathing in real air. We're not even eating real food. We don't even know what real bread tastes like, what real water tastes like, man. It's just out of order, man. But when the righteous are in authority, man, everybody gonna be in a rejoiceful spirit, man. The animals are gonna be rejoiceful, man, because they're not gonna have to worry about these devils going hunting season trying to kill their ass, man. They're not gonna have to worry about that, man. A pig not gonna have to worry about being eaten in the kingdom, man. All right, shrimp not gonna have to worry about being eaten in the kingdom, man. All right, it's gonna be eating nothing but straight righteousness. Yeah. What's going on there? Oh, yeah. Hey, we're gonna wrap it up with that. Lord wins us, the Lord edifying. We're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
Double honor to the elders and apostles of great millstone who well, and citation to the hopeful elect out there that is pushing and laboring in His truth, and may the blessed blessing be upon your household. And Shalom, and a ball.